I just think that the topic was, are men held accountable for creating broken homes? So I know, Darwin, you just posed the question to us, but my question is, do you think that men are responsible for most of the broken homes?
It depends on how the home was broken. It depends on the factors, the catalysts for this man being separated from the household. All of those factors that caused the division between a man and a woman, and this man having to vacate the household.
I was
Or, according to my definition, the factors that renders this man incapable of leading a household that he's present in, and instilling principles and standards. Because, like I said, he could still be in a household and be considered broken because the definition doesn't give you context. The definition that you're reading is going to tell you that just because there are two parents in a household, that means just because there's two parents in a household, it's stable. I don't subscribe to that. There has to be more context because you can have two parents in a household and they're sleeping in two different rooms. They're constantly fighting with each other. They got an open marriage. They're abusive. They got drugs everywhere. The kids, that's not a stable home. So this restricted my concepts and my understanding to a definition that somebody wrote. It's no. We got to give more context. We need more elaboration so we can understand
Broken
what a stable
home or broken
household is.
children?
But stable
Broken home
home
or
and
broken
broken home
children?
is
You're
two
talking about
different
two
things.
different things,
Hold on,
sweetie.
y'all.
It's
I'm not
two
sure.
different
Because
things.
Broken
Hold
home or
on, hold on,
broken
hold on,
children?
hold on. I'm not sure if Aisha was finished yet. Go ahead, Aisha.
Okay.
I think in the context of a broken home, I think that 99.9% the responsibility is on the man. I think
can you
that
elaborate on that?
I think that the men are the leaders of society, and I think that you guys set the standard for what to do and what not to do. And I think that it has become very commonplace, especially if you got a couple dollars, for it to be okay for you to have 10 baby mamas. They have reality shows about it. It's okay. You are giving your homeboy a high five. And I think that whole narrative is destructive, and I think we talked about it the other day. That's not being on code in the Black community. We're not trying to create broken homes. And I think that wholeheartedly starts with the man, and the responsibility is on the
But
man.
you didn't
I,
give me any substantial evidence or proof like y'all made me do, and which I did to support the fact that 99% of the broken homes is on the man.
Okay, I'll give you
After I gave you
substantial.
context
I will give you
that
substantial facts.
hold on, DJ So Lovely, we're gonna get to you. When I
We gonna get to me. You right.
when you gave context, when I told you, once you asked your initial question on context, and I guess you just said fuck your context. I gave you context on it depends on the factors or what was the catalyst for the household to be broken in the first place. But you just ignored that and you said 99% of it is on the man. And I asked you to elaborate. Give me no context. You gave me a
I can
TV show.
elaborate. I can elaborate. Men are
Thank you.
supposed
Thank
to
you. Thank
fix
you. Go
it.
ahead, Coco.
Period. Men are supposed to fix it. Period. So you supposed to fix it. It shouldn't get to a broken home. It shouldn't get to a split up. You cheated, whatever. Fix it. Make it right with your wife.
what man
Your
fix
wife not
shit?
happy. Make it right. So when you decide to be in a marriage, and you are holding it together, a lot of men do not fight for their marriage. They be like, all right,
I
men
think
back
that
in the
Can you
days
give
would
me
fight for their
can
marriage.
you give
So
me
you're
supportive
responsible for letting it go that easy.
think
Because
that it
not
So
can
you
you
all
give
of
me
the
saying
women
supportive
want
facts?
their marriage.
Can you
so
give
if
me the
you say
supportive data or facts that represent that claim that
I can.
men cheated or whatever, or men is the reason why it was broken? In order to justify that we're the ones who had to fix it.
Let me know when you're ready,
But
Darwin.
you're saying the same thing I'm saying is that you guys keep trying to find a reason to blame the woman. At the end of the day, no matter
No,
who did
I was
what
gonna
in the marriage, why can't the men fix it?
so if
Why
you
is
a
the men
cheater,
allowing it
so if
to
you
fall apart?
I think
so
that it
You
also
got
goes.
married for
Selective
better or for worse.
leadership.
I mean,
so
it has a lot
Selective
to do with a lot of things.
leadership.
One mic, y'all.
It has
One
a
mic.
lot
One
to do
mic.
with the mass incarceration of Black men. It has to do with there's a reason. There's a lot of reasons why the Black man is not in the household or
most
not
black homes aren't
maintaining.
broken because of mass incarceration.
No,
today.
I think that that's
Thank
the
you.
reason why we have a lot of absent fathers because the men
That's
He
are.
not the
just
reason why we
told you
have a lot
most
of
of
absent
them.
fathers.
I didn't hear you.
Mass incarceration today isn't the reason why we have a lot of absent fathers today, or fathers not living in a home. It's not because of mass incarceration.
I
It's
believe
not
that.
because we're being over
If you
jailed. It's not.
interview them, every guy in those damn prisons swear they blame their daddy wasn't in their
Well,
life.
y'all,
Interview all of them.
the prison isn't the population. They're a subset of the population. Most men are not in prison. Most black men are not in prison. Most people, most kids, fathers are not in prison. They're right there, probably right down the street from them. Most homes where the father is not there is not because the dad is in jail.
It's because those men was raising those kids, though. Those men that came out of jail, that went in jail, came out and had these babies and had these kids. That's why I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna hold you. You right about that, though. When it comes to our generation, we doing way better. But we have to admit that when it comes down to seeing it's like in a white community, seeing a household without a father, it's like. And they judging her. They judging her. In our community, stop acting like it's not common for us to be like, oh, she ain't got no daddy. That's normal. That's normal.
No, I'm not saying that it's normal. We're trying to say that it's normal for someone. I'm saying that when we try to attribute fathers not living with their kids, what is creating that? We always try to reach back to mass incarceration.
That's one reason. But if you want to talk about it on a woman's standpoint, social the benefits that she get from the government, that supports the woman. But mass incarceration contributes to the man reason why he's not there.
No, it's not even. That's not even the main reason.
No, those are reasons, though.
They are reasons, but we're talking about what happens for the majority, right? Mm-hmm. When we talk about the majority of kids not having a dad in the house with them. Mm-hmm. When we talk about, hold on, DJ.
It's always hold on, DJ. Hold on, I've been
listening. I was in the middle of a statement. You got to let me finish real quick.
Okay? Go ahead.
When we talk about the vast majority of kids out there who don't live with their dad, over 70% of kids in the black community do not live with their father. Most of those kids' fathers aren't in jail. But what did happen to those homes? Mom and dad didn't get along. Mama don't want to be there. Mama cheated or the dad cheated. Mama is unruly or the dad was unruly. They don't agree on how they should parent. They don't agree on where they should go. She doesn't want to follow him. He doesn't want to lead that. We do to one another. So most of these broken homes are due to us breaking up or us breaking up over goofy reasons. That's the reason why we have 70% of households
and unwed births.
And unwed births. All right, think of it this way, right? We talk about the reasons why women would leave a man, right? Or the reasons why a woman would choose a man. But if you focus on the reason why, a woman would disqualify a man, that should tell you everything you need to know. We've seen women reject guys because they had on glasses, because they were bald, because they wore the wrong shoe, because they didn't have the right outfit. And I've heard women also break up for goofy reasons like that. She got a new job. She doesn't want to do that. I want to go left. Well, I want to go right. It's not because we have a bunch of mass incarcerated dads out there and they're not in the household with their kids. It's because people break up. That's why people break up.
Okay.
And men are responsible to keep it together.
Really, really quick, y'all. Can we move away from why people break up? People break up for an array of reasons. My focus is the children the fathers that are absentee. That's my focus. Let's move away from we're already out of the home. For whatever reason, I feel like that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother vibe. Why our relationships are not working out, why we're breaking up, why we move to other residences. Why, when y'all move out of the home, are y'all not taking care of your kids? A lot of y'all take better care of kids that are not yours, and you forget about your biological kids, and you take care of the kids of whatever woman whose vagina you have access to. Period. Whoever's
Who are
vagina
you
that
talking
you
about?
have access to,
Hold on,
those
let
are
her
the
finish.
children you tend to. And you forget about your biological children. Forget the fact that you're not in the house anymore. We're not going to talk about that. We're talking about stats. 57.6% of Black children are absentee. Not, oh, we broke up. Oh, we're not in the same home. Absentee. That means that you are not in the picture. That means you are not taking care of your children. You are not providing emotional, physical support to that child. Answer to that.
Okay. All right. So what we're all right. So just so we can make sure, so I can understand what you're saying. So we're not talking. What we're saying is we're not going to call a home broken if the father is a present father, but they just don't live together. So we moving over to fathers who walk out on their children and don't ever come back.
Absentee fathers.
We shouldn't be moving on to that because then we moving the goalposts. But if you want to entertain that, go ahead.
We're not.
No, I'm just saying because I just wanted to make sure we was.
The problem just isn't us not being in a relationship. The problem is you not taking care of your children.
Well, we're not talking about taking care of children at this given moment. We're talking about what a broken home is. And y'all never answered the question.
You
was just talking about children when you gave the definition
Hold on,
of a
real quick,
broken
hold on.
home. That's not fair.
Y'all never answered my question I had posed earlier. But then now you got the audacity to bring out a question that don't even got nothing to do with the topic.
Neither does you demeaning or devaluing a mother. That had nothing to do with the topic either, because that's not even a book definition of a broken home. But you decided to interject that.
Okay, hold on one second.
I'm sorry, Darwin. Can you ask your question again?
They asked me what it broke. Go ahead, Jay. You want me to ask the question? Okay, I'll answer the question again. Ladies, what was the question? Do you believe that that another man is critical to stepping in where a father is absent? And if so, does that shift redefine what broken means?
I absolutely think that just having a father figure alone or a male figure alone changes the aspects of all of that. I think that when someone
No, I want you to be clear. Does that shift redefine what broken means?
No.
So the house is still broken with a father figure in the household.
When you say father figure, do you mean?
Let me repeat the question.
So do you mean like
another man
brother moved in and now his uncle is around or his papa is around, or do you mean another man as far as a stepdad?
Let's call it a stepdaddy.
Oh yeah, once the stepdad comes in, that's no longer a broken home. The point of a home is to have two parents.
Okay. So now you agree that it's critical for the father or the father figure to be there in order for it to be a stable home.
Absolutely.
So my point that I initially gave during my definition.
Balance.